I'm so excited to do a video today. It is quite fun to help give some ideas and teach you a little bit about what I'm learning. Anyways, it's a beautiful fall day. It's 71 degrees today. Sorry, the sunlight is really bad right now. I'm having a hard time finding the right spot, but last week you wouldn't have known. It was 45 degrees here, really cold, raining. We had some freezing temperatures in the mountains. I wanted to show you my walnut tree though. It's my favorite tree in our yard. It's so gorgeous. Look at that. Beautiful yellow lime leaves. A million walnuts. This thing breaks down every year and seems to just self-prune. It's great. But I don't love these walnuts. We don't actually eat them, and they make all the grass crunchy and hard if you don't pick them up. And there's so many of them. Anyway, let's get back to the video, getting a little sidetracked. I am going to be transplanting. I'm going to be moving some of my plants, lilacs that I had in the ground earlier in the summer, into some prettier pots. And about mid-July, when it was super hot here, 100 degrees, I was impatient and my obsessive perfectionistic side was manifesting itself, and I was taking it out on these lilacs. But I decided I wanted them in pots because where the lilacs were, I changed my mind and I wanted something else there. And I just couldn't wait till fall to move them. And so they did go through a little bit of transplant shock, but these lilacs are resilient. Lilacs are tough plants, tough shrubs. So during that time, I just needed to find some temporary pots to put them in, some cheap ones until I could get some nicer pots so I could water them and also that they wouldn't die. So I found these pots that they're in at a nursery. Let's take a look at them. They're really not very cute. I know that they're just, for me, it was just a temporary holding place. But they look very similar to, let's go take a look at my garbage can. Don't they look the same? My husband told me that's what they look like. And then I was like, uh-oh, I got to get them out of there. All I can see is garbage can, and it was ruining it for me. So I was going to plant these in spring, and now I'm planting in fall because I found these pots at Lowe's. They're $75, so it's kind of expensive, but kind of not, because a lot of the pots online go for $150 that are like this for this size. They're 20 by 20, so they're pretty big pots. Anyway, so I am going to just get them moved into this other pot. It's a perfect time because it's late fall. They're starting to go into dormancy. They are recovering from their transplant shock. These ones won't go through transplant shock again because the roots aren't very deep, and I'll just make sure I shovel below the roots, and because they're in dormancy. But okay, let's get at it. Okay, so I got my lilacs in the pot. Let's take a look at them. Look how much better that one looks. The purple blossoms are going to be so beautiful next to the white pot in the springtime. These ones, unfortunately, aren't going to have any blossoms in the spring. I'm going to have to wait 2 years because I cut them down in late summer, and they need to be pruned immediately after they're done blooming. This other variety right here is, oh, I haven't told you the varieties. You probably want to know that. This is the dwarf bloomerang lilac. So it only gets 3 feet by 3 feet tall and wide. And that other one is a Miss Kim lilac, and it gets about 4 to 5 feet tall and wide. So when you're planting lilacs in a pot, you want to get the smaller varieties. They have lilacs out there that get really big, so don't put those ones in your pot. Those are the 2 varieties I have, and I would highly recommend those. You also want soil that is well draining, so add a little peat moss, add some compost, and some of your fill dirt. Don't overcomplicate it. I really believe that we're all intended to be able to garden. They're God's creations, and He doesn't want to make it too hard for us. He wants us to experience the beautiful peace that comes from basking in His light. Anyway, I have a few suggestions of what you should plant in pots. Roses, English shrub roses, are gorgeous. If you want smaller pots, do mini roses. Boxwoods are beautiful in pots. I have a Rose of Sharon in this one. It will have a beautiful blue flower in late summer. And Rose of Sharon's can handle being pruned really hard, so that will be easy to keep in a pot. Hydrangeas, I have this little hydrangea. It was about this small when I bought it this year, and it was doing really well. It has new 3 blossoms. It's just dying off for the winter. But hydrangeas are great because you can kind of control how much sun they get in a pot, and we all live in different climates. So in really hot weather, you want to have them get a little bit of shade. So that's a good suggestion. Also, make sure in the winter you just keep them moist, because if they dry out, they will die, and you'll be really sad come spring when they don't come back up. So those are my few suggestions. It's really not that hard. Get planting. I hope this video was helpful. Starting to jamble. That's not a word. Anyways, like and subscribe if this video was helpful. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.